I'm sorry, Tekken 8 is not a good game. Mechanically, it's not. And it doesn't have to be mechanically bad. That's the thing that I'm trying to get people to understand, is that I've been more active now with VF and DOA than I ever was with Tekken. You guys can't tell me I'm lying. It just started to get less and less fun just always being in a 50-50 and always putting people in a 50-50. At some point, it's like, how good am I if I'm just making him guess? And you can be a good guesser, but a guess is still a guess. That means if your name is Tim and mine is Mike, our guess is the same. You might pick the other option, but that don't mean you're fucking smarter than me. You just pick the other option. I could have did that. A lot of people have come to me and asked me about reviewing this DOA revival stuff. And listen, guys, I have been making content for a long time. I don't do clickbait. I'm not big on it. Like, sometimes I'll get a little clickbaity. I don't like to talk about stuff that's not real. Like, I need a DOA announcement. Like, I'm tired of this. I'm tired of the interviews saying that they're doing shit. I'm tired of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, as far as the whole DOA is coming back and there's a revival possibly and they're talking about it, that's fucking great. You fucking need to. It's about fucking time. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got Tekken, that is a piece of shit game now at this point. Tekken 8 is a joke. I don't care what anybody says. You know what's crazy about Tekken 8? Somehow Tekken 8 is going down the same path as DOA 6, and there's no reason for it. Tekken 8 is great if you just want to play a fighting game and you don't really care what it is. If you care about the content of what's in your game, system-wise and mechanically, then yes, I mean, it's not a good game, bro. It's not. I'm sorry, Tekken 8 is not a good game. Mechanically, it's not. And it doesn't have to be mechanically bad. That's the thing that I'm trying to get people to understand, is that there's no way that this game is this bad right now. Guys, I played the game since it came out, at least, 2 hours a week on stream. But that was because that was all I was doing at the time. I wasn't really active, I've been more active now with VF and DOA than I ever was with Tekken. You guys can't tell me I'm lying. It just started to get less and less fun just always being in a 50-50 and always putting people in a 50-50. At some point, it's like, how good am I if I'm just making him guess? And you can be a good guesser, but a guess is still a guess. That means if your name is Tim and mine is Mike, our guess is the same. You might pick the other option, but that don't mean you're fucking smarter than me. You just pick the other option. I could have did that. Like, fighting game of the year, my ass. They put Clive in the game. Of course it's going to get fighting game of the year. Like, when they're doing shit like that. But that's not the point, though. How memorable is that going to be to look back? Yo, you remember when Clive was in Tekken? Nobody was like, yo, you remember when Noctis was in Tekken? How many people have you heard say, oh my god, you remember when Noctis, other than the 3 people that played, nobody gives a fuck about Noctis. How many people are saying, oh my god, it was so sick when Negan was in the game? Because it wasn't. It was cool. It wasn't Tekken. Where the fuck are the original characters at? I don't know the ins and outs of how that works. Maybe they didn't want Tifa in the game. But you guys can't sit here and tell me that Tifa has not been so widely requested for the last decade, bro. That, yo, why are you not doing it? Unless they're saying no over at Square, there's a big chance, I'm assuming, that they're going to put Tifa in the game later on, because clearly they're in the Final Fantasy bag, bro. Right? They're in the Final Fantasy bag, but how much would that make sense to see Tifa fighting Clive? Like, I don't even know if they would even want that to happen. I don't know. It's a fighting game. I get it's not canon here, but dude, to have them all back again, bro, together. Imagine just being able to decide which game you want. Like, I'm in the mood to play some Soul Calibur or some DOA or some Virtua Fighter Tekken. You have a new version of all of them. Tekken 8 is going to be around for a while. I think we can safely assume that. DOA, we don't have a new entry as of yet, but I don't know, dude. I keep saying it. I have a feeling that there's something coming. I don't know what it is. Something is coming. With DOA 5, the reason why I would recommend you get into DOA 5 or DOA 6 at this point, whichever one, is because DOA 5, dude, is a real fighting game. I'm not saying DOA 6 is butt. It's butt, but I'm not saying that. Try it. It might be more your style because it's really... DOA 6 is just easy, okay? Alright, ready? Bam, I got you. DOA 6, system-wise, is Tekken 8. DOA 5, system-wise, is like Tekken 5 DR. Does that make sense at all? DOA 6 is a beautiful game. This game, I always loved the art style a little more than 6 just because it does have that realistic look to it. It wasn't very DOA-like. And if you look at DOA 6 actually looks more accurate to what DOA is. It has that vibrant... This shit looks like real life. Like, the character models might be a little dated, but yo, the environment, though. Like, it looks like a real fighting environment where you get into a fight. Like, When you look at DOA 6, I feel like they kind of toned some of that shit down. Like, there's a couple in there, but even just the art style and the everything, it's completely different, right? DOA 6 is a pretty game, and it's just they give it to you. All the time that I invested in becoming, this is why this might be for you. Maybe you have job obligations, bro. It depends on who's asking, right? I think that's a better answer. You know what? I like that. If you want to know what's DOA game to get into in 2025, almost said 2024. God damn. In 2025, it all comes down to who's asking. Do you want to get into DOA and get into DOA because you want to learn the game and you don't really care if it's deep or not? You just want to play a DOA game? Then DOA 6 is your game. DOA 5 last round, though, this is like a brawler-ass game right here, bro. Like, it's unforgiving. This is like knowledge check central right here, bro. DOA 4 and DOA 5, in my opinion, are some of the biggest knowledge check DOA games of all time. DOA 6 is like Tekken 8 in the context that why even worry about anything when you have a break hold? Why even worry about, damn, if I want to hold that string, it's a mid-punch, mid-kick, so I have to hold mid-punch, mid-kick. When you can break hold and hold both of them bitches at the same time. Do you understand how that completely changes the game?